Hello everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Hey.
We have a small update today, and it isn't going to be involving the house. It's actually the front of our property and the entrance of our property, driveway, fence, that sort of stuff. We do have a home update coming, but it isn't going to be in this video.
We had plans after the build to replace the front fence line because there's a bunch of different things we have to do. We wanted to get a new gate. We wanted to get a new driveway because our driveway was really just the sugar sand. And then we wanted to get a new fence. So that was something maybe a couple of years down the road. Well, unfortunately, a delivery driver ran into it. Not only did he run into our existing fence, but maybe you can tell a little bit more of what we think for sure, what we think might have happened.
Yeah, so it was a trailered rig, like a small, an 18-wheeler type vehicle, but not quite that big. And our across the street neighbor took a delivery, and the truck driver decided instead of going all the way to the end of the road and turning around, that he was going to try to make some sort of three-point turn between our property and theirs. And the back of his rig clipped and took out our fence when he turned. The end of his rig clipped our fence, and it got wrapped around his bumper, I'm assuming. And he got out of the truck and took some snips and snipped our wire fence off of his bumper, cut our fence in half, and kind of made a mess of things.
He did, and unfortunately that wasn't something we could just do a quick fix on because he literally cut the fence. Yeah. So that changed our process up a little bit. So in order to replace the fence, we, as I mentioned before, we wanted a new gate as well. Well, we couldn't put the fence up until we knew for sure what size gate we were going to get. And we didn't want to hang that gate until we were able to complete getting a new lime rock driveway. So it was step A, step B, finally get to step C, which is where we are now.
Yeah, so it took a while. It was several months of planning and making appointments for estimates and all the stuff that comes along with hiring somebody. And it was a process that took several months to do, like she said. And it's, I would probably say 95% complete. We do have to do a few small things. We're going to get an address sign put up, put some landscaping out front, maybe a couple trees out front. But nothing major. The structural stuff and the major stuff is done. So that's what we wanted to share with you today.
So the first thing we had to do was tear down the existing fence. So our previous fence was field fence with the metal
T-post.
With the T-post, the ones that basically live for 100 years. And so we had to take that down and then take down our current gate. And the gate was just, what do you call it, a cow gate?
It's a tube gate, yeah. A farm tube gate.
So we had to remove that fence line first. And because we had put it up so many years ago, the vines and the brush and the trees, everything had really taken over the fence line. So it was pulling down the fence, which our son and his friend so wonderfully helped us do. And then thankfully, our tractor came very much in handy. And Mike was able to spend many hours on the tractor just clearing up the new fence line, clearing up the vines, so many vines, so we can go ahead and prep for a new fence line. So prior to this, we just had our normal sand. You know, the Florida dirt is just that sugar sand. And so prior to that, we just had the sugar sand, and we had already had a few of the trucks come through, and they just tore that sugar sand up. In fact, we had a couple, I think we mentioned this on a previous video, we had some people get stuck in it. So we got a couple quotes. We found somebody who had a really great reputation, and I'm so glad we went with them because the quality of their work was amazing. But we only decided to do half of the driveway now because it is expensive. And if you remember, we're cash flowing as much of this as we can. So we decided to just do the first half of the driveway, and then when the build is finished, we would do the second half.
Yeah, so along with what she was saying is hiring the right people to do the job is excruciating to find. You know, we called in several people, and they came over and gave us quotes, and it was pretty much, you know, $5 out of your truck, you know, jump on your tractor and spread the lime rock down, you know, kind of job that they were giving us quotes on, which again, from one of our previous videos, you guys could see the job that I did by doing that with our tractor. It wasn't very good because I didn't have the right tools. It's very easy to spread the lime rock with a box blade or a bucket, but in order to do it right, you need to level the base dirt down, pack it down really good, and you have to have one of the roller trucks, you know, the big heavy vibrating roller truck or roller rigs, which he had. So he had all the right equipment to do it.
And he did a great job. In fact, we had some concerns that knowing that there would be more trucks coming through, more, you know, big heavy delivery trucks, concrete trucks, things like that, we were really concerned that it would tear up and break down that new road, but it didn't. It held up amazing. So we feel like that was a little higher than we would have expected to pay, but worth every penny. Oh, and actually there was a delay in that. There was something up with the lime in this area. We were having a hard time getting lime rock.
So yeah, so our main supplier of lime rock for this area in north central Florida, they were switching over crusher machines to crush the lime rock. So their main machine was down, or the machine was down totally. And there was I guess an industry lime rock shortage in this area because of that.
After that was the gate. And the gate is something that for years Mike has wanted, something nice, something that looks nice.
Classy.
Yeah. And I personally, being very conservative and cheap, maybe would be the word, I didn't think it would be necessary to go with anything a little fancy. But we found this amazing husband and wife team, and they did exactly what we asked. I love it. It's amazing, actually. They, like I said, they did a great job. They were not only able to do it, but they were able to install it for us. And that was tricky, was to find somebody to install as well as make it, you know, put it together for us. So we couldn't be happier with that, with them. So finally, after all of that, we tore down the fence, we got the new driveway, we got the gate, then it was time for the fence. Well, there's one fencing team around here that we really wanted to go with because they have a great reputation and they do a really good job. So the catch, of course, is there's a wait, and we were fine with waiting. We said, all right, we'll wait. We have nothing but time at this point. So it was about 3 months, I think.
Maybe more.
Yeah, for that. And sure enough, when they came out, he and his team came out, it's better than I could have imagined. Yeah. It looks amazing. Our front fence line looks amazing. We went with the no climb, is it called?
No climb, yeah.
No climb. And even the fence posts are good, a good thick fence post, so hopefully it'll last.
Yeah, we paid up a little bit. I wanted the thicker fence posts to hopefully last, you know, a good 20-25 years. I know the pressure treating and the treating and the pressure treated wood isn't what it was, you know, years ago, but hopefully these will still last and hold up, you know, for years to come.
Yeah. And then we also opted for some cross fencing, some X's around the entrance. And that paired with the gate, I mean, we just are so excited about it. It's such a change. I didn't get too many before pictures really of the entranceway, but it's significant, and we're very excited. Yeah. So the next steps then, we're right now researching automatic gate openers. We have a good idea of what we want. I should say, I don't know, but Mike has a good idea of what he wants. And so that's kind of the next thing, but we're not planning on installing that until after the build, just because of the trucks that are still coming in and out.
Yeah, we're gonna have a heavy traffic flow for the next several months, and instead of keeping it open all the time or giving out pin codes and stuff like that, we're just gonna wait.
Yeah.
We are gonna go with the ghost controls though, if anybody's wondering out there.
Yeah. And then the only other thing that we have on the list, we're going to get another custom sign made. This one will be give or take 2 foot by 3 foot, and it'll be, I think, iron. What is this one going to be? Steel?
Steel.
This one will be steel.
Powder coated steel.
Right. And we're actually working with them right now. It's actually the same guy who did our gate. So we're working with them right now to get it custom for us, because we just felt like to have a little sign at our entrance with our address and with our name would kind of complete the whole picture. And then come spring, or maybe even come spring next year, we'll worry about landscaping.
Yeah. And if anybody's wondering, I'll give him a shout out and a plug. His name is Stacy, and his company's name is Gridiron Gates. And he's in the Ocala area of Florida. So if you're close to there and want someone reputable and that does a fantastic job, that's who we used.
And for our fence,
Jose Merced Fencing. He does a lot of, actually does mostly horse farms. You know, he's pretty sought after for his work, because he does just such a fantastic job.
great reputation. Great
Yeah,
reputation.
very dependable, just impeccable work. You know, you're gonna pay for it, obviously, so it's not cheap, but well worth it.
Yeah. So even though this process has taken a lot longer than we had anticipated, I mean, what, maybe 6 months even? I'm not sure. It's given us the opportunity to save up and cash flow everything, which is very important to us.
All right, well, thanks again for watching our little YouTube channel and what we're doing here on the farm. Hope you tune in next time to see the house update. Thanks, see you guys later.
See ya.